I don't know how to play guitar. Hey everyone, Sam here, and welcome to the internet's only music show where cool grunge fashion is way more important than hot summer weather. And today we're talking about an album that's very near and dear to me, by a band that is just criminally underrated. This band is of course Virens, and the album is Human's Exposition's Temple. Now Virens is the beautiful brainchild of Nick Carvetta, started in about 2010, and before this he'd had a lot of musical projects before, a lot of very instrumental avant-garde stuff. But I guess the best comparison I could draw is that this album is a lot like Underground, and the stuff he put out before it was a lot like Thrash and Burn. There's in fact a lot of comparisons I could draw with Ariel's work. It's a lot of DIY, guitar rock, very lo-fi. Even the covers for a while were this like collage stuff that Ariel was into for a while. He runs it out of a Bandcamp page, and this music overall is a lot like comfort food to me, you know? It's very comforting to listen to, and despite the sad, emo, gothic topics of all his albums, it's just very nice to listen to these calm guitar rock beats, and Nick asking about, why am I sad again? And I probably sang that horrendously out of time. So this album's aesthetic as a whole is one that I really appreciate. I already talked about the DIY aspect, and I think that really fills the hole that, like, Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti and other underground rock stuff from the 2000s leaves. But on top of that, just something about the music is really serene and peaceful. Like, it gives off the vibe of being in the forest late at night and looking up at the stars through the trees or something. Something, I think, leads to how, like I said, how comforting it feels. And I don't know, I just have a very strong attachment to this album, but I think that that also could come from the way I acquired it, because back when I first started the Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti Discord server, links in the description below, I met Nick Carvetta, and we became friends. We were talking for a while, and at some point he says to me, like, hey Sam, you know, I got this musical project band thing, and we're reissuing, at least I think he said reissuing, our first album on Bandcamp soon, and we got a new one in the recording, would you like to hear it? And I'm like, yes, I love free stuff! And he was like, cool, and he sent it to me, and I thought it was really good. There were a couple of tracks that I really liked, and I kept listening, and it really started, like, growing on me over the next couple of months, and I recently had a terrible breakup with my now ex-girlfriend. I think that this album has also really got me through that in a way, just because it's been very consoling to me, you know? And eventually I was listening to it more and more, and I was saying, like, wow, Nick, you really got something good here. And then the second album came out, and I was like, this is still really good. And he was like, hey, do you want a CD copy of the first album? And I'm like, hell yes! I love free stuff even more now! And he sent me a copy, and I think that just this whole odyssey of how I discovered the album and listened to it and how it got me through a lot of tough stuff in life, I've really got this deep connection to it now. And I think that's part of why I love it so much, but that's not the only reason. It's really good music, and I think you all should give it a listen. Now, it's really hard to break down this album track by track, because here's the thing, I'm kind of biased. I like all of the tracks on the album. That's why I want to tell everyone about it. I'm not really going to have many critical things to say, but I can say a few of my favorite tracks on the album. I really like the intro, Dead Rats Float. It was what was playing at the beginning of the video. I like this nice instrumental in the middle of the album that always seemed like sort of a bridge to me, called ... and I especially like when Nick's at the end talking about, like, RoboCop or something.
Dread RoboCop. There's a clear distinction. One was made 10 years beforehand. What? I'm being fucking serious right now.
And also I really liked track 9, Sad Again. That one's always very, like, very comfy feeling, And other than that, it's a really great listen. I don't really have any least favorite tracks. I mean, maybe track 2, just 'cause it's a little boring, but that's about it. I really like this album, and I really like the artist, and I feel like they should get a lot more recognition. And it's a really good album. I guess that's all I have to say. See all you guys later. Keep listening to underrated music and hoping that other people like it someday. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.